Welcome back, chaps. I've been expecting your arrival.
It is I, the GOAT,
And I'm here to bring you a special episode today. The ultimate fruit tier list. Of course, not every single fruit in the world, because I would die if I did that. There's like 8,000 apples alone, so don't even bother asking for a whole entire fruit ranking. I have chosen 50 different fruits, which are either the most popular or some very obscure fruits no one really ever talks about. I will be providing a short summary of my thoughts for each fruit, so the video isn't 30 hours long, and then tier listing them at the end. And I will try not to be going off by taste, because that would be biased, but simply on a nutritional level. I might even provide some history and some fun facts on some fruits if I'm not feeling lazy. Everything I say is just my opinion, so if you agree with me, like and subscribe. And if you disagree with me, like and subscribe. Also, since we have 50 different things to talk about, I will not be using the cube transition today, as it will take up too much time. It will probably take up more time doing the cube transitions than actually talking about the fruits themselves. So sorry to all the spinning cube fans. The list of fruits we have are not in order, or maybe in order. I haven't really thought about it yet. Apple, banana, orange, tangerine, mango, grapes, avocado, pomegranate, peach, pear, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, cherry, dragonfruit, kiwi, lemon, rambutan, StarFruit, lime, watermelon, Ackee, tomato, grapefruit, pineapple, guava, coconut, jackfruit, Kumquat, papaya, plums, melon, passionfruit, Durian, Marang, pumpkin, squash, blackberry, figs, persimmon, prickly pear, Pomelo, mangosteen, Buddha's hand, monkey's bread, Monstera Deliciosa, Noni fruit, Santol, sugar apple, and Tomatillo. With all of that being said and out of the way, hoping I'm not forgetting anything important, let's begin. Before I get into any of the fruits, I wanted to mention that there are no bad fruits. Any fruit you eat will benefit your health in one way or another. Some more than others, of course. Some fruits do have the problem where you can't eat too much of it, or you'll get diarrhea, for example. But let's start off with the tried and true apple. The apple isn't very special whatsoever. The only thing worth mentioning is it kind of has high vitamin C and it's kind of high in sugar. That's really all I could say about it. Apples do taste quite nice, so they go in C tier. Fun fact, there are about 8,000 apples, which I told you in the beginning of the video. Bananas. Bananas, in my opinion, are the best of the big three. Good amount of vitamin B6, vitamin C, and of course potassium. Bananas are also quite high in sugar, so if you're diabetic, be careful with that. Bananas aren't even the best at providing potassium either. However, I do think bananas are a lot more versatile than most fruits, as they can be used in many different recipes. Bananas go in B tier. B for banana. Fun fact, bananas used to look like this and had huge seeds, but with all breeding and genetic alterations, we now have the banana you see today. Orange. The orange doesn't really have much to say about it besides the vitamin C it provides, but just like banana, there are better options that provide vitamin C. But I do like how oranges taste more than apples. Oranges are good for hydration though, so keep that in mind. Oranges get a C, above apple. Fun fact, there are over 800 different types of oranges. Tangerine. Tangerines are just smaller oranges, but they taste better in my opinion, and they're easy to peel. Tangerines get a C tier above oranges, because I like them better. And this is my video, so I could do whatever I want. Fun fact, Canada receives about 46% of Florida's tangerine exports. Mango. Mangoes are a well-rounded fruit, not specialized in anything, but has a lot of vitamins. There's probably hundreds of mangoes, so some might be different nutritionally wise than others, but in this case, they get a nice A tier. Good job. I do think there are going to be better fruits coming up, nutritionally wise, but definitely a great choice. Fun fact, India is the largest producer of mangoes, which make them of a F tier. Just kidding. Grapes. When I searched up what grapes are good at, they have a pretty high amount of magnesium, which is surprising. Other than that, nothing really stands out too much unless I'm missing something. Grapes go in C tier above apples. Fun fact, there are more than 8,000 grapes, so I might definitely be missing something. Avocados. Avocados are like mangoes, how they're well-rounded, but on crack. Avocados provide you with a bunch of different vitamins, more potassium than bananas, and I'm hoping I'm not spreading misinformation here. are the highest calorie fruit per 100 grams. Of course, not most calorie fruits because you can just eat an entire watermelon for 1,000 plus calories or something like that. Avocados are pretty much everything you need condensed into a little green ball. And for all of that, we now have our first S tier. Fun fact, avocados take an absurd amount of water to grow, roughly 50 gallons of water per avocado, or so I've been told. Pomegranate. Pomegranates also provide many nutrients. I don't know if they're as good as avocados, but definitely amazing. Another S tier, but below avocados because they're more annoying to eat. Fun fact, pomegranates are considered berries. Peach. Honestly, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I don't really like peaches. The fuzzy skin really gets to me. Peaches are also nothing remarkable. Above apples, but below oranges in C tier. Fun fact, Peach is a Mario character. Whoa. Pear. I hate pears. D tier. Fun fact, I hate pears. Blueberry. Blueberries are surprisingly nutritious. They provide a lot of antioxidants, vitamins, and other stuff. I honestly don't really like the taste of blueberries by themselves, but in smoothies they're really good. High A, below mango. Fun fact, blueberries can help prevent Alzheimer's. Raspberry. Raspberries are very similar to blueberries, so it's just preference which one you like better. A tier next to blueberries. Fun fact, raspberries are hairy because that's leftover female reproductive parts that are left over after pollination. So you're pretty much eating pubes. Strawberry. Strawberries again are very good for you as well. I don't know if I'll put them on the same level as blueberries or raspberries, but great either way. A tier. Fun fact, strawberries aren't considered berries. Cherry. Cherries are more concentrated on certain aspects while strawberries do a wide variety of vitamins. If you need certain vitamins from the cherries, then that'll be your choice. A tier below strawberries. Fun fact, cherries in the Mario series make a copy of yourself. DragonFruit. To me, DragonFruit is a weaker pomegranate, which is still a compliment. I would give it a low A tier or high B tier, I don't really know yet. Still a very good fruit to be eating, so keep that in mind. Fun fact, it's called DragonFruit because it looks like a dragon's egg. Kiwi. Kiwis have more vitamin C than oranges. They have a good amount of potassium, not as much as bananas, but some people are allergic to bananas, so this is another good way to get potassium. Kiwis to me are a low A tier or high B tier, but still very good. Fun fact, New Zealanders are called kiwis, and a kiwi is a type of bird that lives in New Zealand. Lemon. Lemons aren't usually eaten by themselves, but they do have almost 90% of your daily vitamin C, which is really good. About the same as oranges. Nothing else worth noting, but lemons are used in a lot of different recipes, so lemons get a C tier. Fun fact, lemons are about 20 calories, which makes them one of the lowest calorie fruits. Lime. Limes are better than lemons, in my opinion. Above lemons in C tier. Fun fact, lime is a scooter. Rambutan. Rambutans are red hairy nutsacks that have a good amount of nutrients. Eating just 5 to 6 of them can give you half of your daily vitamin C. They taste very sweet. I would say they're the closest things to nature's candy. I would give them a high B tier. They don't really do anything better than others, but they do what they can. Fun fact, rambutan, lychees, and longan are apparently different even though the meat looks and tastes very similar. StarFruit. StarFruit or carambola has a good amount of vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. You can't eat too much of it, so be careful with that. The best way I can explain the taste of StarFruit is it kind of tastes like oranges and pineapples fused together. Low B tier. Fun fact, the reason why it's called StarFruit is because it looks like a star. Watermelon. Watermelon doesn't have a lot to mention. Watermelon is very nutrient lacking to say the least. Don't get me wrong, I love eating watermelon, but nutritionally wise, it gets a D tier. I don't want to put it in the same tier as pears, so I'll give it a C tier instead. Watermelon is very great for hydration too, so keep that in mind. Fun fact, watermelon as a fruit was created by the melon pulp in PVZ. It was such a popular plant, they turned it into a real thing. Ackee. Ackee can be poisonous if eaten unripe. Eat the skin or seeds. Ackee has a good amount of fat, like avocados, but not the same amount of nutrients. It does have vitamins A, C, potassium, stuff like that, but just not enough. Ackee doesn't seem bad nutritionally wise, but since it can only be eaten in certain ways, I have to put it in a high C tier. Fun fact, Ackee is the Jamaican staple food. Tomato. Before I get into the nutrients, tomatoes are probably the most versatile fruit being used in so many different recipes. Tomatoes have a good amount of vitamin A, C, potassium, fiber, etc. Even if it doesn't have good nutrients, tomatoes are just so versatile, I can't put it lower than an A tier. Fun fact, tomatoes are a fruit. Grapefruit. Grapefruits are lower in vitamin C than I thought it would be. Just seems like a worse orange, and they taste very bitter in my opinion. Lowest of C tiers. Fun fact, grapefruits aren't grapes. Pineapple. Pineapples aren't too impressive. It has high vitamin C. Now that I look at it, I've noticed a lot of these fruits have a good amount of vitamin C. There's so many vitamin C options. Pineapple is very good in fiber to help you go poopy. Pineapples taste good, but nutritionally wise, pineapples get a C tier. Fun fact, pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain that pretty much dissolves meat if left there long enough. If you ever felt the tingling feeling in your mouth after eating pineapple, it's the enzymes eating at your cheeks. Guava. Guava is a very great way for getting vitamin C, more than oranges, which is crazy. More potassium than a banana, good amount of fiber, etc. Guava is great underrated fruit most people forget about. Guava juice, no, not the YouTuber, just normal guava juice is also very tasty. Guava gets a low to high A in my opinion. I don't really know where to put it yet. Fun fact, guava is the 4th most important commercial fruit in India. Coconut. Coconuts contain a lot of good fats and vitamins. Drinking too much coconut water can make you have diarrhea, so be careful. Coconuts are one of the best for hydration. Coconuts are very tasty in my opinion. They deserve an A tier. Fun fact, if a coconut falls on your head, you'll die. Jackfruit. Jackfruit is good for vitamin B6 and vitamin C again, and all the other stuff. Yeah. Jackfruit is low in calories and fat, making it filling, satisfying food, and can help aid in weight management. I'm getting tired of talking about fruit, so B tier. Fun fact, please subscribe, I appreciate it, thank you. Kumquat. Kumquats are loaded with fiber and vitamin C. It has other vitamins, but nothing too noteworthy. In my opinion, they just seem like better lemons, so put them above lemons on the list. Fun fact, kumquat pretty much translates to golden orange. Papaya. Papaya is pretty crazy with fiber, vitamin C, and vitamin A. Papayas are surprisingly very nutrient dense for 100 grams per. I've been trying to keep everything going off of 100 grams to make it easier, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Editor mentioned that in the beginning.
No.
Papaya is really high in nutrients compared to most things. Papaya gets highest of B tiers, maybe even A tier. Fun fact, Florida and Hawaii are the only places that grow papayas in the US. Plums. Plums got a good amount of vitamin K, C, A, potassium, and fiber. I'll give plums a high C tier. Fun fact, Big Jack Horner pulls out a plum from his pie. Melon. Melons don't have a lot of nutrients except for a bit of vitamin C. We love talking about vitamin C around these parts. Melon gets a D tier. The pear needs a friend. Fun fact, melons are related to cucumbers. PassionFruit. PassionFruit is a very good way of getting potassium and vitamin C. Good amount of iron, vitamin B6, and has a lot of fiber. PassionFruit has a lot of passion to it. And with that, it gets a B tier. Fun fact, it is native to subtropical regions of South America, from southern Brazil through Paraguay to northern Argentina. Durian. Durian is very high in potassium and vitamin B6. Durian doesn't have anything too noticeable, but people either love it or hate it. There's no in between. B tier. Fun fact, durian smells so bad they're banned in planes. Marang. Marang is high in A, C vitamins, potassium, and fiber. I've never heard of this fruit before, but it looks cool. I'll give it a high C tier. Fun fact, it smells like gasoline. Pumpkin. Pumpkins have a lot of vitamins, fiber, and even omega-3 acids. Pumpkins are surprisingly really good for you. I would give it a high A tier, maybe even S tier.
Fun fact, pumpkin is S tier in PVZ.
Squash. Squash is an excellent source of vitamin A, C, and B6 vitamins, as well as minerals like potassium, magnesium, and calcium, stuff like that. A very good plant in PVZ as well. A tier. Fun fact, botanically speaking, all types of squash are fruits because they have seeds in them. Blackberry. Blackberries are on par or maybe just a tiny bit better than blueberries and raspberries, so nothing really to add here. A tier. Fun fact, blackberries have the highest antioxidant content per serving of any food. Fig. Figs have a good amount of vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and iron. They do have a lot of sugar, so if you have diabetes, you can't be eating too much of these. Just because they're so high in sugar, I'll be putting them in high B tier. But they seem like a very underrated option. Fun fact, fig trees don't have blossoms in the branches. The flowers are inside the fruit. Persimmon. Persimmons are very high in vitamin C and potassium. Even more ways of getting those vitamins. Some good vitamin E and carbohydrates. Persimmons get a high B tier. Fun fact, persimmons are not related to tomatoes. Prickly pear. Prickly pears are the better pears, and they grow on some cactuses. Prickly pear is very popular in Mexico and Southern America. The prickly pear is pretty much the lifeblood of the desert, as they do contain some liquids which can help save your life in dire situations. Has good amount of vitamin C, A, B6, magnesium, potassium, and fiber. Nothing too impressive, but I did want to mention cactus as a plant is becoming more popular because of how easy they are to maintain and grow. The pads are edible as well, and then the fruits, of course, they're pretty good. So for all of that, the prickly pear gets a high B tier. Fun fact, prickly pear has microscopic needles on the skin of it, so if you touch it with your skin, you're gonna have all those little needles inside your fingers. Pomelo. Pomelos are packed with vitamin C and potassium. Good for fiber as well, but nothing else worth noting. Pomelo gets a C tier. Fun fact, pomelos are the biggest citrus fruit. Mangosteen. Mangosteens contain vitamins A, C, and K, as well as calcium, iron, and magnesium. Not a lot, but it's still something. Nothing too impressive, but for a fruit I've never seen, they don't seem too bad. High B tier, maybe even an A tier. Fun fact, mangosteens have the nickname Queen of Fruits, while Durian is the King of Fruits. Buddha's hand. From what I could find, it doesn't look very nutritional, but the fruit looks really cool, but I don't really know anything about it. Let me know if I missed anything. I am doing this research at 1 a.m, so I might have missed something. But sadly, it gets a D tier. But I'll put it above pears, because it at least looks pretty cool. Fun fact, apparently it tastes like lemons, but it doesn't have any of the juice. Monkey's bread. Monkey's bread, or the Baobab fruit, is the fruit that grows from the tree of life, the Baobab tree. Baobab is rich in magnesium, calcium, iron, zinc, potassium, fiber, vitamin C. It also contains other vitamins not too worth noting about. The gourd of the fruit is also thick enough where you can hold a lot of water. It's even strong enough to withstand boiling the water, so you can have safe drinking water. You could put the water with the fruits, so you get a very nutrient-rich drink. Baobab can also be used medicinally. There's a lot more you can talk about it, but this is an easy S tier. Fun fact, baobabs can grow in California as well. Monstera Deliciosa. The Monstera Deliciosa is a very toxic fruit if eaten unripe. It comes from Central America and parts of Mexico. Its fruit does contain a lot of vitamins and minerals, but since they can only be eaten at certain times, they get highest of C tiers. Fun fact, it's known as Swiss cheese plant. Noni. The Noni fruit isn't anything too impressive nutritionally wise. Good amount of vitamin C, A, potassium, magnesium, etc. I'll give it a low B tier because, fun fact, it apparently tastes like vomit. Santol. Santol has good vitamins, nothing too crazy. We're almost at the end. I miss my family. Santol gets a B tier. Fun fact, Santol is related to the mangosteen. Sugar apple. The sugar apple has vitamin A, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9 vitamins, vitamin C, iron and magnesium, a lot of potassium and fiber. A very well-rounded fruit with strong suits. That gives the sugar apple an easy A tier. Fun fact, sugar apples are not related to apples. Tomatillo. And we have now reached the last fruit. I've never seen anyone eat this by itself. Usually people use them a lot in different recipes because they add flavor. Nothing crazy nutritionally wise, but they are a staple in Mexico and other places. I always like when fruits can be used in many different recipes because that makes them more important and versatile. So for that, tomatillos get a B tier. Not bad. Fun fact, tomatillos are more related to cherries than tomatoes. You have now reached the end of the video. But here is the full tier list if you want to just look at it. All the fruits by themselves.
If you disagree with any of my placements, let me know. Let me know in the comments section below. I always like to see what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It only helps me out. But for now, that's all I've got, and I appreciate you all. Bye bye.